Slovenia, the fourth country in 4 days. So wasn't planning on going the speed, but that's how it worked out. Hello from the wonderful Maribor bus station. We're just gonna go to the center of the city, see if I like it. Worst case scenario, we go to Styrian early. Probably end up in Ljubljana tonight, but I could stay here. So leaving the bus station for the city center now. I think there's a more pleasant route to get to the city center, but walking on that depressing highway does seem strangely fun. We'll see what we do. The pretty buildings in Maribor start much quicker than they did in Zagreb from the city center. I mean, of course, it's not like the most breathtaking sights on earth, but it's much better maintained. You're going to the Glavni Trg, which I believe in Serbian would be Glavni Trg, which means main square. So, I mean, I don't speak any Slovene, but it's close enough to Serbian where at least I can read a decent bit. Oh my God, people are dressing in some colors that aren't black. I think we've entered Western Europe, guys. Like, Croatia was borderline, but I think we're here, finally. So this is a regional museum. This is really a gorgeous little museum with 38 reviews. It is in the castle. I don't know why there are so few people who use this museum. I mean, it's like a regional museum. You know what you're getting yourself into. It's not like the Met, but it's very fun. And you get to actually walk in this beautiful castle area, so no complaints on my end. Okay, I went to like 2 false doors, so poorly signed at least. These are very durable little pins. And I guess they make up these kind of mock battles. So, Ottomans going after the Slavs in Maribor. This is a very cool view from kind of second floor of this castle, so you can get a bit of a sense of the layout of Maribor. Some absolutely gorgeous landscape paintings as well. So Maribor is in eastern Slovenia, which is in the historical region of Styria, shared by Austria. So Graz is very close to here, about 15 minutes away. It's closer to here than Ljubljana. So it's very influenced by that same kind of more Germanic culture. And a collection of religious statues as well. I just love this gold plating. Kind of this slightly larger than life vibe. They're very large statues. You know, it's a good museum when I'm actually caring about like the furniture exhibition. I mean, it's small, but it's very well curated. And this is one of the most important wine regions as well of Slovenia. So, I mean, there is some work on like, you know, the wine trade. And I don't necessarily trust this staircase, but I'll go up it. Almost left my backpack in the museum. That would have been a bad way to start off my Slovenia bit. A breaded beef ravioli with cranberry sauce. Looks delicious. And €11 for a great meal. Talk to some people about like American politics. Very friendly. But I'm loving the city so far. We'll get like a snack. See that oldest vine. Yeah, this is just insanely charming. So, yeah, going to get coffee probably as well. So, yeah, you know me. I really just am constantly on search for caffeine until I sleep. This is the, I guess, high school area. A nice statue of someone who presumably is important. The older town that we're walking from. And we're going to, what else but a cafe. The coffee's in this like museum area. They're not gonna have time to see the museum, but we'll have time to drink coffee. Pistachio croissant. This is almostly and offensively like just friendly city. I mean, people have just been so nice to just chat with. Like, people just want to talk. Welcome to the major park of Maribor, the Mesni Park, local park. Apparently there are some nice ponds here or something. So we'll do that, we'll do the vine, and then we'll see where we go next. And Slovenia is only 2 million people, so it's kind of amazing how tourist friendly it is. Because I mean, it's a beautiful location, and like especially the tourism is very concentrated around Ljubljana, like Bled. Here in Styria, it's much less. I mean, I don't see any tourists here, which you can't say about Zagreb, for instance. But it's also very tourist friendly, at least. People speak English. Like great restaurants, cafes. So it's just very easy to visit here. Yeah, I am ready to kind of call that so far this is my favorite city we visited. It's just so beautiful, so inordinately friendly, not expensive too. That like great like local kind of cool restaurant was like $11.50 for a main course and a drink, and like I don't know, that's reasonable. It's not cheap, but it was very high quality. Like this local park is really nice paths. You can go up to the hill and get a promenade view, but I won't be able to do that just on time. Like plenty of cute little houses around, but it just feels like you're kind of in nature. So, you saw these videos? You saw those in Europe? You knew exactly why I was in Europe, right? You knew exactly the modus operandi here, that is going to see the oldest vine certified by Guinness World Records here. 450 years old that vine is. It's a vine. But like, I definitely spent like 400 on plane tickets, God knows how much on bus tickets, including missed buses, to see this vine. We're doing it. Still makes wine, I think. Yeah, like it's an impressive, it's a workhorse. A nice work at the cafe was making an interesting point that the English proficiency in Slovenia is much higher, partially just due to the fact that it's such a minor language that there aren't like translations for like video games or movies into Slovenian. There are generally for like historical creation for very major things, but even like blockbusters will not get anything in Slovenian. So kind of forced to learn English if you want to interact with more pop culture. So he said it was like a very Americanized culture off of that. I find the fact that this historic tower is just turned into like a car park quite amusing. This is the University of Maribor. I'm kind of surprised that it has a university, but it does make sense that the second largest city of Slovenia in a different geographic region would. So, library. Let's see if there's a bookstore or anything. The nice facade of the university is being renovated, but what a beautiful little square. Not even the central part of the city. So it really just continues being gorgeous. Entering the Muzej Najstarejše trte na svetu, which I think means damn old vine. I have no idea, there's no signage. That might be the oldest vine in the world. That vine. Literally no vine older than that vine. Maybe. Or maybe in the thing that you have to pay for. I'm choosing to believe it's that vine. There are two vines, which is kind of problematic. So I'm not sure which one's the oldest in that case. It's one of the two, I think. These have a high probability, individually, of each being the oldest vine in the world. I don't know, this is making me think of age. That vine is like 20 times older than I am. And it's accomplished much less. It's kind of grown up. It's grown up more than I have. I could work on that, but other than that, it's done 450 years of pretty much nothing. It has passively inspired people to construct a house around it, which I've also not done. Maybe I've actually underselling this vine. Maybe it's more impressive than I think. Okay, the friendly person in the museum did tell me this is it, oldest vine. I'm not paying the entrance fee for winemaking stuff because I don't drink. So that's the experience. We're going to the plague column. What is it? I have no idea. But that is where we're headed. I love this old stone bridge as well. Just everything about the city is so just charming. I'm gonna run in Ferris wheel because why not? Oh my god, it's the Maribor Eye. Buy all this Christmas market stuff. You got your plague column. You know it has to be there. Right by every Christmas market. is a column dedicated towards the victims of the plague. This is all the main square area. So, a bit busy, but just so cool. Love this place. Oh, Ljubljanska, not Ljubljana. I was gonna say that was very convenient. See, this is the old town vibe I love. Still like very commercial, but just a bit more relaxed. So for backstory, I had a $106 FlixBus voucher for a canceled trip to New Orleans. So I'm trying to do everything on FlixBus. The Ljubljana bus was 5 hours from now. It was much more efficient to take a detour through Graz, which is also in Styria, but in Austria. So this is a whirlwind Euro trip, but we're mainly using this as a transit stop to Ljubljana tomorrow, and we're gonna leave out of it pretty quickly, but hey, I have useful energy. We go quick. Honestly, I'd normally touch on them for that, but I like Maribor. It's great. I like it. So yeah, we'll be back in Slovenia tomorrow, but the Austria stop just made more logistic sense, which I love that this is a continent where going to another country can be easier than, staying in the same between the two largest cities, but that's how it is. I mean, honestly, that's why I didn't go to Sarajevo and Banja Luka. They said going to Zagreb was easier. And overall on my FlixBus itinerary, it makes a lot more sense to go to Graz than Ljubljana directly, because there are two direct routes from those two instead of a transfer route that takes 5 hours. So that's what we're doing.